but this don't happen to me every day. No, baby. So now we get lost and carried away. I wanna get lost and carried away with you, maybe all night. Oh, baby.
Hey guys, what going on? Welcome to another YouTube video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. My name is Chantel, and here we talk about all things fabulous, especially fragrances. Today we're going to talk about a couple fragrances that I have from a particular house in my collection, and that is the house of Navitus Parfums. So if you want to see what I have from Navitus, like me and my girlfriend say, when we really want to talk about something, let we go down in it. First up, we have Amorous Intense. This fragrance is my second fragrance from one of my favorite YouTubers, Aisha, aka AI the Great. This fragrance it's fruity, it's fresh, it's green, it's like watery, aquatic. And this one, when I smelled it, it was just so different. Honestly, when I first smelled it, it brought me kind of back to my childhood days, because I got the feeling of, oh, this smells like one of my favorite candies, which was the green Jolly Rancher, the apple Jolly Rancher. And this is what it reminded me of. Here we have top notes of apple, pear, almond, middle notes of rum, ylang ylang, coffee, and base notes of sugar, caramel, whipped cream, and cinnamon. Now this must be blended really well, because honestly some of the notes here I don't pick up. I don't pick up rum, and I definitely do not pick up the coffee. But when I smell this, it smells, I get a burst of that green apple. For me, the apple is what stands out the most on this fragrance to me. It's just fresh. I don't get any caramel, I don't get any whipped cream, but I think it is a beautiful fragrance. Now I want to play with it and layer it a little bit more in my collection, because even though I like it, I don't know if it's something that I really want to wear on its own. But as far as projection, I can get a good, I would say 6 hours on my skin. This one just reminds me of a green candy. So I think this will be good, like if I want to sweeten this up. This one to me, I would wear more in the springtime or in the summertime. I wouldn't really wear this in the wintertime, but spring and summer, I think it's a pretty fragrance. Next up, we have Mahni Cassonade. Now this one is with another YouTube creator. Spoiler alert, all my Navitus fragrances are from YouTube creators that I like and I follow. And this one is by Sharita M, and this is Mahni Cassonade. Now this one is one that I really like, because I love vanilla. Vanilla is one of my favorite notes. And when I smelled this, this was love at first sniff for me. This one, it's sweet, it's ambery, it's woody, it's musky. It's just a combination of, it's blended well. It's blended well, and like I said, this one would be a hard one for me not to like, because vanilla is my favorite note. Here you have ice cream, you have vanilla, you have cashmere and bergamot in the top notes. In the middle notes you have toffee, brown sugar, amberwood, and in the base you have white amber, vanilla caviar, and musk. Now with this one, for me, I get something spicy in this fragrance. I don't see spicy anywhere on Fragrantica for this fragrance. I have no idea how vanilla caviar smells, so I don't know if that's where it's coming from. However, this one is a great vanilla scent. This one, I layer it with different things. I sweeten it up with different things, and it's just good. Projection is good. For me, it's not beast mode. Longevity, I get a good 6 hours out of this fragrance. And yeah, this is another one that I think was a great collaboration. I think she did her thing on this one. I really like this one. That's Mahni Cassonade by Sharita M. Next up, we have Lost in a Dream. When I saw this, The bottle, honestly, I love the white with the gold. I think it just gave it a sleek, nice, beautiful look. And for me, this one is another one that was love at first sniff for me. I really, really liked it. This one, it's sweet, it's powdery, but I think one of the things that I really like about this, it is lactonic. I love lactonic fragrances, but I don't like lactonic fragrances where it feels like it is choking you out or you just smell like a bucket of milk. It still has to have some type of sweetness to it, and I think this one gave us exactly what I needed. We have top notes of milk, cinnamon, bergamot, orange. Middle notes, marshmallow, croissant, amberwood, orchid, almond, jasmine, fig nectar, coffee. Base notes of Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, musk, tonka bean, oak tree, and tula balsam. This one is so smooth. It's so pretty. It's so soft. When I smelled this on first spray, I was like, wait a minute, I don't smell anything. When I first sprayed this on, I did not get anything. But when it started to come through from that initial spray, I was like, oh my gosh, this is good. But it reminded me of something. And when I stopped and I really thought about it, this reminds me of commodity milk. I have a sample of commodity milk. I loved the initial spray of commodity milk, but I never got a full bottle because to me it was not wearable. It was too strong. It felt like it was choking me out when I attempted to wear it, and I just couldn't get with it. Even though I love the scent of commodity milk, I just could not wear it. It was not a wearable scent to me. It was one of those that I kept in my sample tray, and every now and again I would just put the bottle to my nose and get a whiff because it was not wearable. But this one is done perfectly to perfection. This is the commodity milk that I can wear. It's commodity milk but done way, way better. I really, really enjoy this one, and I think anyone who loves creamy fragrances, lactonic fragrances, this is one that you should get your nose on. I don't know if you would want to take the chance and blind buy it. It was a great blind buy for me. Like I said, this is beautiful, and it lasts, I would get 8 hours on this on my skin. So I would say it is great, great lasting power. Projection, it is not a scent, it's not beast mode, but it's not anywhere close to a skin scent. This one, Lost in a Dream by Paulina Shar. This one, please get your nose on it. Really, really good. Love it. Next we have Baklava Royale. This one is by Gabriella, aka Gabby Loves Perfume, here on YouTube. And when I tell you, this is beautiful. This is vanilla, almond, amber. It's fruity. It's floral. It gives you so much. This is so complex, but it's blended so well. Oh my gosh, I have to keep smelling the cap and the paper to see if I get anything different. But I mean, it is beautiful. When I got this one, I opened this one with my daughter, and she immediately was like, Mommy, this is a 10 out of 10. And honestly, I must agree with her. This fragrance is beautiful. In the top notes we have orange blossom, bergamot. Middle notes we get pistachio, almond, honey, Madagascar vanilla, and amberwood and tonka bean. And I'm telling you, I feel like I get everything in this fragrance. And for me, the middle and the base notes last throughout the fragrance. This is another one where I could get a good 7-8 hours on my skin. Projection, moderate, sillage, really, really good. This is one I can see me getting a lot of compliments on it. It's newer to my collection, so I had this one maybe a month, 2 months, the most I would say, yeah, maybe between a month and a half. but this one is one that I have fallen in love with. For me, this is an easy reach if you want to smell gourmand. I love gourmand fragrances, and this is so good to me. Baklava Royale, get your nose on it. Next up, we have Miel Extase. This one, I honestly bought this one because of the hype. Everyone was like, oh my god, it's so good, it's the honey, it's the, oh, it's so good. So I was like, hey, let me give Karina a try. This is from Karina, Dear Makeup Diary, and when I smelt it, for me it was love at first sniff. This one is sweet, you get honey, it's fruity, it's ambery. When I first smelled this, I just got honey and apricot. That's all I got. And in the top notes, it's honey, dried fruits, apricot, middle notes of ginger, violet, rum, saffron, base notes of tonka bean, toffee, Madagascar and vanilla, dark chocolate, and caramel. For me, the honey and the apricot last throughout this entire fragrance. Now, this one I would not say is a safe blind buy. I think this one could go really, really well or really, really wrong. And I say that because it's different, right? I have nothing in my collection that smells like this. Now, first spray or first couple hours, Babe and Zion, my daughter, hates this fragrance. They do not like it. They're like, ooh, it's so strong. However, I tell them, little hypocrites, aren't we? Because like 2 hours in, they're like, oh my gosh, what do you have on? You smell good, right? Or Zion walked in from school and she was like, oh, mommy, you smell good. I'm like, really? Isn't this is the same fragrance you did not like? So I would say, to me, the dry down for this takes a very long time for it to dry down and sink into your skin. I love it from opening to ending. I love it. But I think this one is one that you will really have to wait for it to dry down before you could really make a decision on whether you like it or not. This is Beast Mode. Beast Mode. 12 hours easily. Don't put this on your clothes if it's not going in the wash. This is Beast Mode. From the beginning of the fragrance to the ending of this fragrance. This fragrance is a beast mode fragrance that lasts forever. So if you like honey, apricots, if you like your fragrances beast mode, definitely run. Don't walk. Pick this up. This is a beautiful fragrance, and this is one that I will always want in my collection because I have nothing that smells like it. Absolutely nothing. And this is Miel Extase by Karina. Last but certainly not least, this fragrance was my first introduction to the house of Navitus, and this is another one by Aisha, aka AI the Great, and this is Ambrosia Imperial. This fragrance is so inviting and different to me. It is warm, it's spicy, it's woody, it's just aromatic to me. It has top notes of banana, rum, Davana, Brazilian orange, Chilean cinnamon, middle notes of dates, amberwood, orchid, jasmine, base notes of saffron, whipped cream, caramel, vanilla, benzoin, and musk. This fragrance, when I first got it, at first sniff, I was like, wait a minute, this is so different. I never had a fragrance with banana in my collection, so that rum, that banana scent just immediately stood out. And then next I was like, this smell boozy as well. Like, I got that rum. I wore this fragrance, as you can see, I have a dent. I enjoy this fragrance. This fragrance have gotten me so many compliments. I wore this fragrance to a picnic for work that we had, and I wore this and I layered it with Sol de Janeiro. I think it's the Chirosio 62, the actual fragrance, not the mist, the fragrance. And I layered that, and we sat down to play dominoes. And this one guy, he was like, wait a minute, what do you have on? And I was like, you can smell me? And this other guy was like, yes. And he was like, I have to get whatever you are wearing for my wife. So I'm a decant girl. I love to take little decants. So I had a decant of this, and I was like, hey, well, take this home to your wife, see if she like it, and this is it. I pulled it up on my phone. He was like, we could smell you before you got to the table. When you were walking down the trail, we were like, what is that smell? This has gotten me so many compliments. I love this fragrance. I really, really, really do. I mean, this one, if I had to pick, because these are the two creators, honestly, I like this, but I love this. This would be it. I mean, this is good. This is another one like Miel that I don't have anything like it in my collection. For me, this one, I would give this a 9 out of 10. I would say on my skin, it is beast mode. I can get 10 hours out of this, and I cannot wait to start layering this with other things to see how it holds up and how it changes how the fragrance is. This one is Ambrosia Imperial by AI the Great. Well, that is what I have in my collection from the House of Navitus. Hopefully I'll venture into getting some more. The ones that I have, I honestly love every last one of them. Stay tuned to see if I could only pick one, who would win the spotlight of the day. But with that being said, that wraps up another video. Thanks for watching. Remember, life is a journey. Some days can be better than some, but hey, let's learn to appreciate the things that we have while striving to get the things that we want. With that, stay blessed, stay highly favored, and see you in the next video. Bye.
But this don't happen to me every day. No, baby. So long we